Amy Z, and I'm about to make money. Hello, it's me again, Amy from the Zula Mercantile, and it's Friday, so we're going to talk about what sold. A lot of random stuff, as always, because as you know, I don't like to just sell one thing. I sell all kinds of different things. I like the variety. Variety's the spice of life, right? Okay, so let's get started here. As you know, if you've seen these before, I am going to tell you what I paid for the item, what it sold for, and then what my net profit was after we take out the eBay or Poshmark fees, and also we back out the cost of goods. So it's my true profit on the items is what we're going to talk about, and also how long it took for me to sell it. So getting right into it here, this is a Wagner ware pot. It's a vintage pot, but I had no lid. I had purchased a whole box of Wagner pots and pans, and all the rest of them had sold, but I was stuck with this one with no lid. So I put it down to $15 and it sold. So I'm $1 in, sold for $15. That gave me $11.23 in profit. And that one did take 18 months for it to sell. Okay, this one didn't take long at all. This was a Boston proper. It was a real pretty sweater with some embellishment on the neckline. I got this one here for $5. It sold for $22. My profit was $13.24, and that just took 1 week for that one to sell. Boston proper, it seems like it always sells for me. It's never tons of money, but it always sells. So I do tend to pick that up when I see it. I beg your pardon, but girl's got a drink. Okay, this one here, this is a board game. I did pick it up at the Goodwill. It had been opened, but everything inside was still sealed, so it counted as new with an open box. I paid just $4 for it and sold for $51, giving me $37.55. That one did take a year to sell as well, but good profit on that one. That's nice. It's great when board games are sealed because you don't have to try to figure out all the pieces. You probably have a missing one if it is opened, but anywho, Everdell was a good one. Okay, this next one here is a pretty little, it's a Madame Alexander doll. It was one of the 18-inch ones. It was really nice. New, never been played with in the original box. Box was a little rough, but I disclosed that. I paid just $1 for her. Her name was Victoria, by the way. And there's a few different variations on the Victoria doll, but they all seem to sell really well. So I did sell this one for $50, gave me a profit of $40.67, and that just took 1 month to sell. All right, this is a pair of Smitten by Michael Simon shoes. They're beaded, really pretty. I got these for $5. They sold for $29, giving me a profit of $19.13, and those just took 1 week for those to sell. Okay, this purse, it's called Chala is the brand, and they're known for their applique faux leather work on the front, which you can see is a horse here. So it's a really nice one. I paid $5 for it. It sold for $19, giving me $10.43, and that just took a week to sell, and it was profit, but I mean, just not a ton of money to be had in these Chala purses, and they do wallets too, unless you can get them for really a low amount. So, but that was okay. All right, next up here is a Martin Frères flute. I got this when I bought that retired music teacher, bought her whole everything, and this was, I think I have 1 recorder left to sell, but I'm getting low on stock there. So I got this flute for $5. It sold for $35, giving me a profit of $24.15. Excuse me. And that just took 3 months for that one to sell. I'm gonna take another sip here because something's going on. All right, next up, the Johnny West family. These are the 2 daughters. This is Josie and Janice, and they were in great shape, and they had some nice accessories with them. So I'm $1 in for these 2 characters, and they sold for $90, giving me a profit of $67.29, and that just took 2 months for that to sell. And I'm sorry, I totally just said that wrong. I spent $1 and they sold for $79.99, so $80, and that gave me $67.29, and that just took 2 months to sell. I beg your pardon. Caught me being human there. Okay, next up, this one is a pair of driftwood jeans. I did pay up for these. I paid $15 for these jeans, and they sold for $45, giving me $23.24 in profit, and those just took 2 weeks to sell. They're so pretty, so pretty. I wish they would have fit me. They were nice. Okay, now we have an Iolani. Botiki is the other name that they go by. Iolani Botiki. Got this shirt for $1. I actually bought a pile of them. I think I got 5 total, $1 each. And they just weren't selling. So somebody sent me an offer on this blue one, and I took it. So I sold it for $20, giving me a profit of $15.50, and that just took 4 months to sell. And I kind of hope that'll kind of break the ice, and maybe the other Iolani shirts will start getting out of here. Okay, now this is a cute little fossil. It's their festival backpack. I spent $2 on it. I sold it for $25, and that gave me a profit of $18.85, and that just took 5 days for that to sell. Okay, this guy here, we're not golfers. I don't know a ton about golf, but I came upon this weird, it's like a training mallet. It's Natural Golf, the mallet thing. It's actually what it says right there on the head of it. So I was able to look it up. I spent $2 on it at a yard sale. Sold for $35, giving me a profit of $26.62, and that just took 5 months to sell. And it was a little, it's long. So when you ship that, be sure to check your options, because UPS usually has the best rate for really long items, in my area anyway. You know, of course, it's going to depend too where you are, where it's going to, but we did a UPS on that one. Okay, the next one up here, this was it's a Mishi purse with the magnetic shells that go on them. I got this whole set for $1, 14 shells and the base purse for it. The purse had a couple of issues on the handle, but gosh, I listed it for $36 and it sold pretty quickly. I'm just in 1 month. So I'm $1 in. I sold it for $36, and that gave me $28.50. I don't pick up Michi purses, but I thought this was a good opportunity for $1. I'm really sorry, to give somebody this many options, and it worked out fine. But if it's just one single Michi purse, that's usually not going to be worth it for me. You decide on yours. Okay, next up here, this is a simple Patagonia short sleeve button-up shirt. I had a friend that was doing a closet clean out, and so she donated stuff to me for free. So I didn't pay anything for it. It sold for $17, giving me a profit of $13.89, and that just took 4 months to sell. All right, this beautiful sweater. This is an Eskandar, 100% cashmere. It's a one-size-fits-all sweater like they do with a lot of their things. If you don't know about Eskandar, they are from Scotland. They make beautiful cashmere things, and they are very expensive. Like this sweater possibly could have retailed for $2,000 to $3,000. Found it at the Goodwill for $8.49. And I did have it listed for a while. Had to ride out the summer, of course. But it did sell for $200, giving me a profit of $164.70. And that took 9 months to sell. Okay. This is a pair of, these are actual vintage Doc Martens, made in England, really cool looking. They're brown leather. Picked these up for $15. They sold for $70, giving me $44.07, and those took 7 months to sell. They're a really small size, men's, I want to say it was like a men's 5 or 6. So yeah, women's 7. I don't know if that was why they took so long to sell. Usually when I have Doc Martens, they go faster, but they sold finally, and those were good. Okay, next up here is another Johnny West item. This was one of the horses that I got. Did have a broken tail, but I figured, why not? Let's give it a shot. I listed it for $25, and it sold. It sold, giving me a profit of $19.44, and it just took 2 months to sell. I'll remind you, I bought that bin full of Johnny West stuff for just $10, so every item that I have was maybe either 50 cents or $1 once I divvied it all up, so that was great. Okay, next here. I listed these as a set of 2 vintage Tulchan sweaters. They're really pretty. Same size, just different motifs. And a gal messaged me saying, she actually said that the green sweater is the fall sweater of her dreams. So she only wanted to buy the green sweater. That's fine. So I sold her the one sweater. Well, let's see here. I purchased it for $5.70, and I sold that to her for $24.50, giving me a profit of $15.25, and that just took 9 months to sell. And I have the blue sweater listed again already, so maybe someone will pick that up soon. Okay, another Christmas item. 'Tis that time. I spent $5 on this brand new set of Mickey's Christmas collection, Mickey's Christmas Carol ornaments. They sold for $33, giving me a profit of $22.40. And those just took 5 months to sell. I think I got those at an estate sale, like just a 2-minute walk down the street, which was great. Okay, next up here, this is, it's a vintage Country Sophisticates by Pendleton, which I had never seen before. So when I saw it at a yard sale for just $1 and it was a matching set, I thought, let's give it a shot. So I paid $1 for this. It sold for $20, and that gave me a profit of $16.56, and it just took 10 months for that to sell. Okay, okay, Think Royland. It's a new to me brand. I ended up buying 2 purses by them, one black and one this brown one here. And it's a little quilted purse with a cute little strap. Gosh, I paid $5 for the purse. It sold for $29, giving me $19.12, and that just took 2 months to sell. The black one I purchased way earlier, so I've actually had that one longer, and I thought it would go first since it's a little more neutral, but hopefully that one will go soon. Okay, this one, this might be a mistake. This is a vintage I Magnin ultra suede blazer. It was really cool. And it was blue suede blazer. I spent $5 on it, sold it for $22, giving me a profit of $13.70, and it took 2 whole years for that to sell. Like, I was just about to pull it and donate it, so I'm happy to get the $13.70 for it. But I will think again before I pick up another I Magnin thing. We'll see. Okay, next up, here's another purse. This is the brand is called Haiku. It was just a really cute style, and I admit I purchased it at a place where I had no signal, so I couldn't look it up. So I gambled $2 on it. It sold for $15, and that gave me a profit of $10.21. And it did just take a month to sell. So I might try Haiku again. It could just be style dependent, but so not a huge profit, but a profit. All right. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is a Smith & Wesson bullseye set. It had a little hatchet. I do it like this, like I'm throwing a hatchet. I don't know, because it's a bullseye, a hatchet. So it had a hatchet and a knife. And where are these hands? Okay, I'm going to sit on my hands while I talk about the rest of this. It's a Smith & Wesson set, and it went right on your belt, too. Really cool little set. I got it for $1, sold for $23, giving me $17.70, and it only took 1 month for that to sell. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, this is a cute little thing. It was a cute little 5-inch Acoma pottery. It said Acoma, New Mexico right there on the bottom, and they had it at a yard sale for just $1, so I snatched that right up. There were no chips or cracks or anything. And I got a lot of really low offers on it, but I stuck to my guns. And sure enough, somebody paid my full price of $40. And that gave me a profit of $32.49. And it just took 6 weeks for that to sell. Acoma pottery really has a following. So when you see it, if I recommend it. I've seen it everywhere else since, like selling at yard sales and estate sales for a lot of money. So I feel really lucky I got this one for $1. And I would pick it up for $1 again for sure. Okay, the next one here is this was a new velvet and silk Coldwater Creek, kind of like a piano shawl, but more of a poncho. It did go over your head instead of being a wrap. This one I did pay $4 for. It sold for $40, and that gave me $29.90, and it just took 5 months for that one to go. Okay, this one, this is the G. Dibrecht The Nativities was the title of it. It was a little art piece, really intricately painted and carved. It was made out of some kind of resin, really pretty. I paid $12 for it, and I sold it for $50. That gave me a profit of $30.19, and it did take a whole year for that one to sell. But I'm so glad it went, and it'll be in someone's home for this holiday. Okay, we've got another Curtis sale. These are decoder plates. The only way I can explain it is you use this tool first to put on the key that you're copying so that you know what size of a key blank that you need. So this was a set of it's a set of 8 plates, and I paid $2 for it. Remember, it came in that huge lot of all the Curtis key making locksmith set that I got. Anyway, so I paid $2. It sold for $60, giving me a profit of $49.29, and that just took 4 months to sell. And it's a gift that keeps on giving. I'm loving the Curtis stuff. Okay, and then my favorite sale of the week was the actual Mr. and Mrs. Johnny West, Johnny and Jane, and all of their accessories. They both had full outfits. There were some weapons and some camping stuff. There was a cantina and a purse and all kinds of cute stuff. And I even had Jane's paperwork from when she was first purchased. So this was really cool. I'm $2 in again on the Johnny and Jane. It sold for $110.99, and that gave me a profit of $92.74, and it just took 2 months to sell. So now I am down to just having 2 horses left of the Johnny West set. So somebody buy those horses. That would make me happy. Okay, the next one here is a Lululemon. It's the Restless pullover fitted long sleeve. Paid $5 for this top. It sold for $25, giving me a profit of $15.85. And that one just took a month to sell. Okay, now this one's fun. This is a pile of, it's called a phony dough. It's a gag fake money thing, a big pile of it. I don't remember how many bills were in there, but it was a lot. I spent $1 for this pile of phony dough, and it sold for $18, giving me $13.76 in profit. And that one did take 18 months to sell. I mean, you're going to have a specific buyer for something like that. But I was really happy when I saw the little alert pop up that I had sold it. That's a good moment. Okay, now over on Poshmark, I did sell 2 items. The first one is a vintage Ralph Lauren Madras patchwork button-up shirt. And this one, I only paid $1 for it at a yard sale. I remember seeing the rack of clothes and it said all clothes are $1, and the sleeve was sticking out, and I said, well, I definitely want that. It was really neat. Keep your eye out for the Madras stuff. That usually does well, and especially the patchwork Madras. That's a good thing. So let's see. So I sold it for $35, and that gave me $27 in profit, and that just took 2 weeks for that one to sell. Okay, and the last item is a Burton snowboarding coat. I paid $5 for this one, sold for $35, and that gave me a profit of $23, and that one did just take 3 months to sell, but it's perfect timing. Who wants to buy that in June? People are going to buy that kind of thing now, so I was glad to see that one go too. So that is all we're going to talk about today for what's sold. But like I said, it's Friday, so hope you have a great weekend. It's supposed to be kind of rainy and stormy here, so I'm not sure how many sales I'll be able to hit. But hopefully we'll all get out there and we'll find some good treasures. So thank you so much for watching, and I am going to see you, well, maybe on Monday with a sorceress video. So thanks for watching.